right, here we go for 2. We are rambling, and it's that kind of an afternoon. Evans to throw. Seps. How are they going to rule it? They're going to rule it down there in the field of play. Tim Brown, either that or they're going to rule it incomplete. So the score will remain the same as a fail on the 2-point conversion. So we'll step aside.
With the big stop for the Seahawks on Todd McNair.
And just as we gave credit to Al Smith for a big hit, great play by Blackman. I'm not sure that McNair was aware of where he was on the field. There's a classic case of, hey, you've got to know where you are on the field. You've got to get it into the end zone. McNair on the flat route, look where he is. He's too short. He knows there that he's got to be in the end zone to make it happen, but give Blackman credit. Blackman puts him down. Tolliver goes to him, wants to know if he gets it in. He knows right there. No, it's short. Now, big decision. Big decision with regards to Jeff Fisher as he sees him miss the 2-point conversion. Does he trust his defense as he did last series, minus the timeouts?
And having seen the kick blocked after the first touchdown, San Diego will now try to make that up by going for 2 here. Humphreys under pressure, releases to Harmon, and the football is knocked out of his hands by Raphael Robinson. But the official on the scene says that he held it long enough. So the Chargers will get credit for 2 points, despite the play by Raphael Robinson against Ronnie Harmon. And now here's the discussion.
Well, it was a nice throw and a catch to Ronnie Harmon. And the reality was that he was up in the air when he caught it, came down. It looked like both feet touched the turf, and then the hand came in and knocked the ball away.
Tom Sipperman, the back judge, made the call. Field judge Don Hakes came over to say, I'm not so sure. And now here's Mark Brown. They reverse it.
Oh, no. Bobby Ross can't believe that.
Here's another look.
You're going to see Harmon right here dropping out into the flat. The ball's going to be tossed in. Now, when he catches it up in the air, one, two.
I only got 1 beat.
Yep. As the second foot was coming down, it looked like Robinson got the hand in there and knocked the ball away. Good call by the Jerry Mark Bright and his crew.
So Humphreys and the Chargers now have a beef, but Seattle sees the margin shrink from 14-7 to 12-7 on the board.
You know, Bobby Ross has a beef here. I'm sure he's very upset about the change, the reversal of the call. But the reality is, it was a very close call as far as when that second foot came down and he had possession of that ball. Best call by the guys there in the end zone.
Humphreys has Mark right. Bobby Ross is going after the back judge, Tom Sipperman, who originally made the call.
Jim, this is starting to look like a baseball game.
Well said, Bob. Well said, Bobby Golick.
Which has been a big pressure point for him.
Chargers will again go for 2. Humphreys throws in and out of the hands of Mark Say, and a flag is down. They just tried to get it to Say on the quick slant, but the flag goes down. Say already has a touchdown catch. Let's see what Mark Bright comes up with here.
Pass interference, number 86, offense. Penalty is declined. The point is no good.
Alfred Papunu trying to make some room in the end zone. Got the flag for pass interference, and it will be declined, so it remains 18-7 now.
Well, you'll see Say come in, slant in right here from the right side of your screen. The ball tipped, and Papunu kind of pushing some of the defender, Winston Moss, out of the way. And a Papunu, of course, like any good NFL player, going, who, me?
Hampton again. He did not get it. And it's a 5-point game with 1:55 left to play here in the first half.
Rodney Hampton on that play just lunged too soon. He leaves his feet too quickly. Watch him here. He gets the handoff, Now watch him lunge. He lunges, he trips. It's just too soon, and he comes up really only inches short. That doesn't count. I mean, once those knees are down, Rodney, the goal line doesn't mean anything anymore.
Running at 33% chance. The Giants are already 0 for 1 today. They'll try to throw, incomplete, and the Giant lead is only 1. Arthur Marshall, the intended receiver.
Well, Dave Brown gave him an opportunity. It might not have been an easy catch to make, but he does put the ball within Marshall's grasp. He throws it off balance and a little too quickly, and that makes it a tough, long stretch for Marshall.
1 for 3 on the year. Incomplete again. Corey Harris. And the Seahawks trail by 1.
The coverage was too good, and the pressure on Dave Brown was too immediate.
An 11-play drive covering 48 yards, and Hampton punches it in. But on the 2-point try, the Seahawk defense stiffens up. The Giants lead by 1.
Bobo to the near side. Truitt to the far side. He comes in motion. Bender and Davison, the running backs. The throw to Davison, intercepted. Now they can score coming the other way here, remember. And Jay Bellamy is run down, and that's right. You can't do that in the NFL, can you? So the play is dead.
Jay Bellamy.
And a 2-point conversion fails, and it remains a 12-point lead for the Seahawks over the Raiders.
I tell you one thing, Bellamy was open.
Yeah, Bellamy was open, all right. Good hands, too.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we also remind you.
And it is Spikes. And he paddles his way, no indication. It is being waved off. They fail on the 2-point attempt. Cortez Kennedy with a terrific play preventing Irving Spikes from crossing the goal line.
And both officials along at each end of the line of scrimmage look right down that goal line. Notice Craig Erickson right there. This is the extra point, the 2-point conversion. Pointed as if I want that man picked up on this pass play. The illusion, of course, was that he was going to throw the ball when he knew he was going to run it. Didn't fool the defensive line. Spearheaded by Cortez Kennedy.
And Sam Adams also.
Sam Adams a big part of that one.
Trailing 24-16. Gannon. Spun down by Chad Brown.
That's 2 tired warriors right there. 2 guys that didn't give up. And
here we go. The option down the line. Eddie George, he's got to do it by himself. Didn't get in. Did not get in. Eddie George keeps his feet at the corner. Decides not to try and dive for the pylon. His feet may get into the corner, but the football never does. He goes out of bounds before the football crosses the plane to the goal line. You'll see right here, his left foot gets in, but the ball does not cross the plane before he's out of bounds. That is no conversion. That does not count. The ball has got to cross the plane before he goes out of bounds. His body can go through the plane. His body can be completely in the end zone, but the ball never gets there. Watch here. The ball never crosses the end zone. Jeff Fisher thinks he got in and realizes he didn't. That's a crusher right there. Now they've got to get a field goal to take the lead.
Line for 2. Soul again shuffling. Fake handoff. Play action to the end zone. And he drops. Fred Baxter drops it in the end zone on the 2-point try. He's only caught 2 passes all season, although he is the longest tenured tight end or wide receiver with the Jets. So they miss on 2, but they do get the Martin touchdown run and close the gap. He didn't get it.
He did not get it.
There's no way he was in. 2-point try. Soul in motion. stopped, and down he goes at the 1. They do not convert on the 2-point try. The Jets lead by 1. 20 seconds to play. Seattle with 2 timeouts.
Trailing 14-12. Harbaugh. He'll run it.
Fumbles the ball. He fumbled the ball forward, and it was picked up by, I believe, an offensive lineman.
Well, Jade Bellamy supplied the hit.
On an extra point, we have the 2-minute fumble rule in effect. The fumbling player has to recover the ball in the end zone before it's a touchdown. Therefore, the extra point is incomplete. No good.
What he's talking about, the 2-minute rule, you cannot fumble the ball forward to one of your players.
They're going to go for 2 here in a 14-12 game. Brunell on the handoff. And nothing doing. Elvis Joseph could not break through the line of scrimmage, and Simmons and Eaton combined to make sure. In his 3rd year in the league, and they're going for 2. Green has the time. Green now steps back, looking to run it. Diving forward and takes a hit. Trent Green did not get there. Anthony Simmons and Levon Kirkland made sure of it. And Green is going to walk to the sideline after a fearless play up the middle, and maybe silly as well.
And you ask, why do you go for 2 in a situation like this? Well, now 2 touchdowns for Seattle will give them the win, but Trent Green's giving it all he's got. He's made some plays with his legs today, but not on the 2-point conversion.
You can play the what-if game all night. Culpepper scrambling, flips it. Was he across the line?
Oh, what a headsy play.
But there's also a flag in the middle of the field.
Brilliant play by Culpepper, who just shoved it out with one hand, a little shovel for the 2-point conversion.
But there's a holding penalty against Minnesota. Now they'll kick the extra point.
I don't understand the value in going for 2 anyway. 45-24, you still need 21 points.
Yeah, well, then you'd only need 20. You could win.
Paul, you got
That's why I say
field goals
I
aren't going to
don't
do anything.
understand.
Field goals aren't going to do anything for you. You might as well get 2.
This is an extra point.
Now it's an extra point because they're going to get penalized 10 yards.
What awareness by Culpepper.
Unless he was beyond the line of scrimmage.
There was a multiple foul on the offensive team. We have holding, number 62. That penalty is declined. We have an illegal forward pass as the quarterback was beyond the line of scrimmage.
It's over.
The penalty for that is 5 yards and loss of down. There will be no retry. We'll kick off.
The extra point is your only down.
Cowboys will go for a deuce, and Vinny Testaverde has just established an NFL record, breaking a tie with Steve DeBerg. He's now thrown a touchdown pass in his 18-year career to 63 different receivers, Copper being the 63rd, and now Vinny's going to fly out. And a little trick play coming up here as Patrick Creighton takes the snap and can't get into the end zone. So the Cowboys try a trick 2-pointer. Flank Testaverde out, snap the ball back to the rookie from Northwestern Oklahoma State, Patrick Creighton. Juggles it, can't get in, still a 2-point game.
Falcons looking to tie it up. And here's Dunn. And Dunn driving to the goal line. No signal. And the Seahawks hold on. The Seahawks win 28-26. And it was Chad Brown at the bottom of that pile who prevented Warwick Dunn, and he didn't need much from going in to tie the game.
We heard all the fireworks go off in celebration of the Seattle Seahawks as the NFC West champs. They may have to reload those. I don't think you can see anything right there.
Too many players cross in front of where the plane was for us to make the determination. You can see the line judge come running in, indicating he did not make it.
This is just the play clock where it is now. That is not from the previous snap. A gutsy play call right there. Isaiah Kazavinsky, a good job, because Warrick Dunn is very good at making the defender overrun the hole and then getting back inside of him. Isaiah Kazavinsky does a nice job of not getting fooled and coming over the top, maintains his responsibility and fills his hole and prevents Warrick Dunn from being able to get in the end zone.
Moose, from the last replay, it looked like Dunn did not get there.
No, you can see there's his knee down right there. He's close to a yard short.
Here's Mike Carey.
After review, the runner was short of the goal line. The try was no good.
Dorsey, too short. Johnny Morton, the intended receiver, and Dorsey just short-armed the football.
He panicked. That's exactly what happened. You got to give your guy at least an opportunity to catch the ball, and he panicked. He thought the pressure was going to come, and it was more than what it was, and just threw the ball away. You got to make a quick decision and throw the ball. Look at, he's got Terry Jackson wide open up there, and he just panics. Guy's open, there's not really a lot of pressure, and you got to give somebody a chance. He just threw that ball in the ground, and he knew it.
Incomplete. There are no flags, and it stays a 12-point game. But that's an impressive drive by Eli Manning. It's becoming more and more apparent to me, Joe, watching Eli, that's what he really kind of needs to be doing. I mean, they're having their most success. Of course, you got Jeremy Shockey, who's, I don't know if he's not happy about not getting the ball there on the two-point conversion, but I don't know how you couldn't be happy with at least the way the offense went down and executed there. Now, I understand some frustration overall that this team hasn't done better. See if he is upset about being held coming out of his break. Bulware who was on it. Meanwhile,
and you got to go for two here, because if you only go for one, it's a two-point game. That does you no good. You got to go for two and make it a three-point game.
Flag on the play. And the pass is caught by Torrey Holt for a two-point conversion. Should it hold up?
Holding, number 68. 10 yards, leading the try.
Well, they got Richie Incognito again.
But you know what happens when you have a penalty, an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty like he had to play before? All eyes are on you. Those officials are watching you now, and everybody says you can call holding on every play. Well, they hit him again. And I've got to think that was kind of a carryover from the last play when he lost his temper, and now the referees are watching.
Yeah, and the Rams center has become very cognito in the last couple of plays.
And now you got a two-point conversion from the 12-yard line.
Bulger throwing high, intended for Isaac Bruce, so the Rams, due in part to the penalty, failed to convert the two-point try.
Empty backfield for Carson Palmer. Quarterback draw, maybe. Nope. Now Watson lines up. Here's the pitch to Watson with blockers. Can he get there? No! Out of bounds. Terrific looking defensive play, Jordan Babineau. 2:42 to play. Bengals up 21-17. Seattle will get it again.
Two tight ends. Winslow and Hayden. Anderson fade. Broken up by Marcus Trufant. Good play by Trufant as he covered Braylon Edwards.
They're going to get a good look here at Troy Smith these last 2 weeks. They're going to go for two. Slant incomplete, intended for DeVar Darling, incomplete. And that time, Kelly Jennings had blanket coverage.
They hand it off to Wynn. And he's stopped. Wow.
How about the biggest snap of the game goes to a guy you just activated this week?
Both Bush and Jones shaken up, not available. And so Deshaun Wynn signed earlier this week after injuries to their top two rushers, Ivory and Thomas, and Wynn is stacked up.
Colin Cole, 6'2", 330-pound nose tackle. Mebane in there. Great job at the point of attack. Will Herring flying in. Earl Thomas has been all over the field today. This is one of the most fun football games I can remember in I don't know how long.